Hey everyone, welcome back to ARTV. My name is John and it's time for another Top 10 Countdown. Today I'm going to be taking a look at my top 10 favorite Jonas Brothers songs. That's right, the Jo Bros are back in action as of 2019. They're a band that I've known for quite some time, a band of brothers, of course, as the title of the band would imply, Nick, Kevin, and Joe. I've been into their music since, say, like 2007, 2008. I was never so much an albums guy with the Jo Bros, not always into all the deep cuts like all the hipsters out there. I was just more of a singles and also a little bit longer kind of a guy. It's not that I haven't given their other music a listen, it's just that these 10 tracks are the ones that resonated with me the most. I definitely caught some flack for being into the Jo Bros back in the day, going to a private school and listening to them. There's words that get around to people pretty quickly, and it's not like I didn't own it, because I did. I mean, the first video that I ever uploaded online was of me lip syncing to the Jonas Brothers, but we've moved past that now, and as the Jo Bros have returned glorious in 2019, so have I, except on a much smaller scale. Anyways, let's get to the countdown. If you enjoy yourself while watching this video today, then please help me out by dropping a like on the video, give it a share, and subscribe for the love of music. And remember, honorable mentions are in the description down below.
This is an S.O.S, don't want a second guess, this is the bottom line, it's true.
The echoes of an S.O.S sound in the distance, and S.O.S, that sounds familiar. It kind of sounds like that's the initials for 7 on Sunday, the show that I have on this very channel. I'm gonna be expecting some royalty checks, Jo Bros. Look, I set it up as a joke because I know some people aren't going to take this list seriously. Like, John, you're talking about the Jonas Brothers, you could be doing a top 10 on this band or this. How the hell are you wasting time on this? Well, this track in particular always meant something to me. I don't know, it was kind of the pinnacle of 2000s kid angst. All of the pity that we felt on ourselves, the chats on I Am as Nick Jonas sings on this track. Honestly, I like it for the vocals and the guitar line and everything like that. I think the harmonies often get overlooked when it comes to the Jonas Brothers, and it's tracks like this that showcase why they actually worked and gelled together so well.
For you.
Their official comeback single, Sucker, finds itself a home at number 9 on my list today. It's crazy that the world kind of collectively lost its mind when the Jonas Brothers returned in 2019, yet when they returned in 2013 after a bit of a hiatus, no one really seemed to care all that much. I guess our world is just that dark that the Jo Bros getting back together, I mean, it's a huge good sign, maybe a step towards something positive. Sucker feels like a more mature yet still very smooth and Jonas Brothers-y step forward for the group. I feel that this song goes down like a glass of lemonade. It's not something that necessarily always pushes a intense dynamic. I wish that it had a little bit more oomph to the chorus, maybe a little bit more guitar to it from Kevin Jonas, but still, I'm taking it for what it is. It's a very, very loose and fun, danceable song that is definitely perfect for summer. I can see why this skyrocketed up the charts all the way to number 1, giving them their first hit there on the US Hot 100. Hold on, give me just a second here. Entering a few last minute codes. There we go. Taking a trip to the year 3000. This time, not by the band Busted, who it was originally performed and written by, but this time by the Jonas Brothers, who actually changed a few of the lyrics. Their cover of Year 3000 is coming in at number 8, and this was one of the first 3 Jonas Brothers tracks that I ever heard. That cheesy music video got me. I think I was like marathoning Zach and Cody or something, and then I saw this pop up, and I was like, this is kinda catchy. I didn't want to admit it to myself because I was all into like rock and stuff at that time, but I was like, this is like too earwormy to not come back to. It's definitely cheesy and it can make you smile for perhaps the wrong reasons at times because you're like, this is a little bit cringeworthy, but also it's so wholesome. It is definitely still a jam to this day. The lyrics that they change, most notably I would say, and your great-great-great-granddaughter is looking fine, was changed to is doing fine, because looking fine, apparently according to the Disney Channel, is a sin.
All you need is space, baby, we can work this out, but don't throw it away. This time, just take a little time.
Number 7 is Don't Throw It Away from Happiness Begins. This is once again a very freeing song. I really do like the overall intentions of the album Happiness Begins. They're letting go of the past and trying to move on. And on this track in particular, it seems like they're doing a good job at rotating between Nick and Joe on the lead vocals. And they're talking about don't throw it away. Don't throw out this relationship just because we've had a few hurdles. There's some obstacles in our way. And the chorus, the way that it builds up to it and then just drops straight into it, it's one of the smoothest transitions that I've heard pulled off in pop this year. It's just so much ease to listen to, and also I want this to be a single. Can we start a petition for this to be a single, please?
No, we're not gonna work this out tonight.
There's always those songs where you can hear a particular instrument or a singing style or a certain production choice and you can say, yep, I know that this came out in this date range, probably between like blank year and blank year. Well, the synthesizers definitely give this one away for the Jonas Brothers. I would automatically put this between 2007 and 2009, and what do you know, it came out right smack in the middle of that, 2008, and that's not a thinly veiled criticism. In fact, I love Tonight, because of course, it's coming in at number 6 on my list. Nick's vocals feel really urgent on this one as he kind of cries out, no, we're not gonna work this out tonight. The guitars are definitely a force on this one, but they're not the primary factor. They managed to work in some outside influences, and honestly, this album a little bit longer is my personal favorite and really the only one that I ever listened to from start to finish because it has a lot of elements of, yes, maybe a little bit maturity, but also their roots, something that felt grounded like anybody could listen to it, and I do think that they rushed it a bit on their next record, Lines, Vines, and Trying Times, but not too much on my number 5 pick that we're about to get to.
Every time I turn around, something don't feel right. Just might be paranoid. I'm avoiding the lights 'cause they just might split.
Oh, sorry guys, I was looking over my back, a little bit paranoid, if you will. God, those puns are definitely the reason that you subscribe to this channel, and at number 5 we have Paranoid from Lines, Vines, and Trying Times. This is possibly my least favorite record from the Jonas Brothers. It's not awful, but there are definitely some eye-roll inducing moments, like the track that they did Don't Charge Me for the Crime with Common. We don't talk about that one. Paranoid actually feels like it got a fairy dusting from the 70s and the 90s and just whirled it together into a 2000s track. It works for the Jonas Brothers, and honestly, Joe Jonas, being my favorite member of the Jonas Brothers, really kills it on this one. He talks about his relationship with the, at the time, a huge deal between the breakup between him and Taylor Swift. At the end of the day, I really don't give a damn about what the song is actually about. I just know that I love the music and the stylistic choices here. I mentioned that they often tried to update this album to be a little bit too mature in places, but honestly, this track got it right. It has a light touch to it where they're able to lay off the gas pedal and not always go full throttle, but the chorus still soars. It takes off into the stratosphere, and I actually feel like we're getting something a little bit deeper lyrically, and that's okay too.
Don't take my heart and put it on the shelf.
I really enjoyed watching the Chasing Happiness Jonas Brothers documentary on Amazon simply because we got a first-hand look at what was going on through the brothers' heads during this time where they were really blowing up to superstar proportions, and Nick Jonas in particular was starting to get love-struck, and we'll deal with that more in just a moment. But this track, Shelf, is actually something that I had to place super high on my list all the way at number 4 because it's only gotten better with time. I don't even think I appreciated what was going on there originally the first time I played this album like a decade ago. There's a pleading tone and definitely a rasp to the voice that I'm missing. Their new stuff is just so cleaned up, and I suppose that's fine for some people, but I miss when the Jonas Brothers were writing their own songs and they had producers that actually fit them better. I know the times have changed, but it really just doesn't sit that well among their old material when you go back and compare.
Baby, who turned the temperature higher? 'Cause I'm burning up for you, baby.
I could sit here completely silent, not saying a word, and it would still justify Burnin' Up making this list, and you know it. Okay, fine, I'll actually say something. To all my Jonas Brothers haters out there, I dare you not to dance to this one, especially you got a little bit of alcohol in your system. We're adults here, we're Jonas Brothers fans. We probably grew up during the 2000s and now we're old enough to get our drink on, and your alcoholic beverage of choice is served up and Burnin' Up comes on and everybody's on the dance floor. You're telling me you're gonna be that person, maybe that guy that's sitting in the corner, a little bit too cool, I don't know, dusting off your shoulders over there, and then slipping into the lava comes on, and you're telling me that you're just gonna sit there. Yeah, right. No one's buying it because this song is a total freaking jam. I'm seriously still impressed that the Jonas Brothers wrote a song this catchy, this fun, this well layered and well played. It's just perfectly executed from all angles, and it's one of my favorite tracks of the 2000s. Nostalgia might be giving me a reason to kick this one a little bit higher up on the list, but barely edging out Burning Up at number 2 is Hold On. And as I've said several times, if you've been watching my Jonas Brothers coverage in 2019, the first video I ever posted online was a lip sync to Hold On by the Jonas Brothers. Yes, it's still available on YouTube if you care to go seek it out for yourself. Songs get attached to your heart, okay? I can't really let this one go. I know that it's not the best thing out there, but again, this is my personal list of my favorite Jonas Brothers songs. And, of course, hold on. To all my viewers out there, please hold on and don't stop watching for the number 1 pick. I might have had a few things to laugh and joke about with my previous picks, but not my number 1, because Lovebug by the Jonas Brothers is seriously a fantastic song that is an execution on songwriting, vocal skills, and also suspense. We see everything from the opening party, a little bit of chatter setting the mood, and then Nick Jonas is kind of drifting off into his own corner because he's hopelessly in love. He's been smitten, I suppose. And as the song continues on, they make great use of atmosphere. There's mood because there's snaps, there's the whole vocal pop things that they're doing with their mouth, and then those guitars kick in, and oh my god, it's like shocking yourself back to life, and you're in the moment, and it's like you're spinning around in circles, hearts are exploding everywhere. It's the love bug. You're bitten, and you know you can't resist it. This was certainly a fun one, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me to air some of my teenage years and getting that nostalgic side out of me, along with mixing in some of the new stuff that I do enjoy. These were just my picks for the top 10 best Jonas Brothers songs. I would love to know what you think, so let me know your top 5 or your top 10 or however many you want to post in the comment section down below. Don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe for the love of music. I dropped a review on Happiness Begins by the Jonas Brothers. If you haven't seen that, then please tap this link right over here, or tap here for another recent top 10 countdown that I made on the channel. If you would like to help support me over on Patreon, then tap the card in the corner of the screen, or else the top link down below. All my social medias can be found linked in the description, and I'll see you soon for more on ARTV.